Hi, this is Don Dokken, and you're listening to the podcast, That Metal Interview.
A true honor of mine to have chatted with the legendary Don Dokken of the band Dokken. A true honor. I've been a fan all my life since I was a kid. I saw him on MTV and this and that, just like everybody else. Except unless you're a bit younger and you just discovered Dokken in the 90s or 2000s or maybe just right now. As he has announced that this is his last album, Heaven Comes Down. You guys should be able to have access to it by the time you listen to this interview. But if you're new to this and if you got stuck in the 80s Dokken stuff, I want to show you a quick recap of what Don Dokken has done since the late 70s. A small, quick time travel film. Here he goes. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
can find relief. Ashes on the ground, what will you rule in the end? A burning empire.
And there you go. A quick time travel. And that brings us to the newest song from the year 2023. And they will be putting out a video for every song on this new album, Heaven Comes Down. And this is the brand new jam from Dokken. Enjoy.
Tried to find some peace of mind. I've been searching for so long. I've been looking in my soul. Which way to go? I don't know. In a desert full of dreams, I've been wandering, so it seems. I've been trying to get sailing on an ocean blue. No end in sight, only an empty moon. I've traveled so far, the sun was rising on the horizon. Over the mountains to better days. So hard to climb, but I'll find my way. Each step I take brings a better day. Get to the top so I can see.
James, thank you for making time.
Yeah, I apologize for my voice. We filmed all weekend, 4 days all at once, and did a live show the night before. I got home last night. I was like, man, my voice is gone. So that's why I'm a little pretty husky today. So
okay, that's fine.
So my apologies if I keep my answers or responses short and sweet. I couldn't even talk this morning. I almost pulled the plug. I got 5 interviews a day, but I'm going to try to pull it off.
Wow.
So anyway, let's talk.
You said you're filming videos, I guess, huh?
We did 2 gigs back to back.
Yeah.
Driving, flying. It was in the 40s, freezing cold. And then we had no choice but to try to pull off 4 more songs off the new album and film those. So when you do the song, you have to do multiple takes. Each song, you have to. I had to sing each song like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, for a video.
Times
Yeah.
4, that's 20 times. and then I had to do the show with another 12 songs. So yeah, we were being a little bit ambitious. I live way far away up in the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the last house on the hill, literally at my estate. It's like 25 acres, and we don't have the best cell phone service.
We understand you live in Santa Fe, right? Or New Mexico?
Yep, left LA for good.
Why Santa Fe? Why not Montana or...
This is where my girlfriend lived for 22 years, so she got tired of flying back and forth from LA to New Mexico. I said, well, one of us has to make a move.
So...
And it's a different environment, you know, it's New Mexico, man. It's trees and mountains and bears and coyotes, and it's totally different. No traffic, no noise, no cars, no nothing. I just want to do a different type of life now. I'm getting older. That's why I wrote the song Fugitive. You know, when the band came to see me, they went, man, when you said you live in the boonies, you ain't kidding. I said, yeah, it's a little different from living at the beach your whole life, you know.
So how do you keep inspired, Don, to keep doing this after years, you know? You wake up in the morning, call your agent, your label. What's your inspiration here?
My inspiration is I'm a musician. I don't know how to do anything else. You know, I've been playing guitar since I'm 10 years old, and it's just in my genes, in my blood. You know, I thought it's been 10 years since our last record, and some tragic kind of things happened in the last 10 years. My right arm got paralyzed, and it never came back, and so I couldn't play guitar anymore. So that kind of sucked. So God, at least I got John Lennon. So luckily I'd written a lot of songs, and he just re-recorded them better, you know. Like I tell people, what keeps you going? It's not the fame or the money. We have all that. It's like you're a painter, right? Monet, Van Gogh, those guys they painted not for fame or glory. They just painted because they had to do it. It just, you know, when the universe comes down to you and you hear an idea for a song or a story, you got to do it. You got to write it down. You got to record it.
Right. So the new album, Heaven Comes Down, we all know there's a song already called When Heaven Comes Down. Is there a reason why you chose that title, or because of the song, or just something else?
I've always done that. All the Dokken records are usually named after a song I've done. Breaking the Chains, Tooth and Nail, Act the Attack, Long Way Home, Lightning Strikes Again. You know, we've done a lot of records in our career. Now, it's just something I do. I don't know why. I always name the records after a song. It could be a song from an old record, like I wrote the song Heaven Comes Down in the 80s. We wrote Lightning Strikes Again 7 years ago. That was from the 80s. I don't know why I do it. It's just something I do.
Cool title.
And I also did it because it's a cool title, and I did it because, you know, the world's a mess right now, man. Everybody's at war, and homeless people, poverty, governments fighting, and it's kind of like, you know, the world's really in a mess, so it felt like heaven's coming down, you know, like the apocalypse. So I thought it was an appropriate title.
For sure, right? Yeah. I got to listen to the whole album. It's awesome, and you weren't kidding when you said all the songs were potential singles, right? That's badass. The whole thing's badass.
Yep. That was our what we wanted to try to pull off. Every band wants to have an album that's got, you know, 10, 11 songs are all great. But my disappointment in my career is I hear a song or see a video back in the day on MTV or hear a great song from a band on the radio, I buy the record, and you might have 1 or 2 great songs and the rest are kind of fillers, I call them. And I didn't want to do that, you know. I can't write a record in 2 weeks. I just can't. You know, it took me 2 years to write 25 songs. John and I wrote 25 songs, and we narrowed it down to the 10 best.
What's going to happen to the other leftover songs?
You know, I got 4 more songs in the can. They're really great, but we couldn't put them on the record because if we put 15 songs on a CD and only 10 on the record, well, then I'm in competition with myself.
Yeah.
People are going to buy the CD because you get more songs.
Of course, yeah.
So the record company said, no, 10 on the record, 10 on the album, and we had 4 more songs, and we had 4 more songs on the burner, so we've got almost another record already written.
Wow. It's a lot of songs. Yeah. I'll Never Give Up.
Yeah, it took 2 years.
I'll Never Give Up is a badass ballad. Can you talk about that song?
Yeah. Well, it was about what happened to me. I'm sure it's pretty common knowledge on the internet that I had surgery 3 years ago on my spine, and the doctor screwed up, and they paralyzed my right arm.
Yeah.
So I can't play guitar anymore.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, yeah.
Me too. It was the love of my life. Since 9 years old. It's a long time playing guitar. But I can't play, I just can't.
Are there any alternative ways to find a way to play guitar again with your right hand, or maybe some...
No. When I say my arm, I'm talking from my shoulder down.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even, make the bed or wash dishes.
Yeah.
The doctor really screwed me. My whole arm's just shriveled up.
Yeah.
He screwed up, man. He screwed up.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Which is your favorite new track on this album, Don?
Well, usually on Dokken records, we would always, end the album with a burner, something fast. Like Tooth and Nail, Lightning Strikes Again.
Yeah.
Paris is Burning, kind of stuff. And I decided on this record, I ended the album with a ballad, Santa Fe.
Okay, yeah. The acoustic, yeah.
Bands don't do that. They don't do that.
That's the acoustic, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a badass song, too.
I like it.
Just Like a Rose is my favorite. It kind of sounds like Under Lock and Key.
Very, very Dokken-esque. And we just filmed that song yesterday, back east.
Okay,
in,
wow.
Aurora, Illinois. So we filmed for 6 hours, and I said, let's pick 4 songs off the record and get it off our plate. Because, making a record is not that easy. I mean, people don't understand. I look on YouTube, and I'm disappointed when people make these cheap videos on iPhones,
Yeah.
That seems to be the thing now. You go and look at a band, I go, well, it's all right. I understand they don't have $1 million budget like back in the day, but I just said, there's ways to make a great video. You just have to be clever.
Yeah.
Case in point, Fugitive came out 2 months ago, and we've already had 650,000 views.
Wow.
That's not normal for a video.
It's not, right? A good number. A lot of hits.
Over 500,000.
So you guys are doing that live for sure, right?
The video's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
You do about 4 songs live, or how many are you doing live from the album?
Well, we don't know yet. We were asked not to play any new songs, which was very depressing because I'm like, we got all these great songs we want to play live, and the record company wouldn't let us. They said, don't play anything new, and I understand why. Because, you play it live with some idiot, holds up an iPhone with a terrible recording of a new song. It sounds like crap. And the next day it's on the internet and it sounds like hell.
Yeah, true.
So we've been holding back. We've been chomping at the bit, trust me, to do these new songs. So now that the record came out today or yesterday, now we'll go back on the road and start playing the new songs.
That should be a challenge.
10 days off, 9 years.
Yeah, that should be a challenge right there. I mean, which old songs are you going to stop playing to put the new ones in there, right?
That is the problem.
Yeah, got too many hits.
We had so many hits. I mean, it's a good problem. Let's put it this way. Do I take off Into the Fire, Breaking the Chains,
I don't think so, no.
Alone Again, Kiss of Death? Which songs do we ditch?
Nope, you can't do that. It's just that's a problem. That's a good problem.
I guess we're going to have to make a longer... Yeah, it's a problem. I guess we're going to have to do a longer show.
It's a real problem right there. It's not a what if or a fictional thing. It's a problem coming up in the future here. Yeah.
Yep, pretty soon. We're like, we want to play new songs, but, right now, honestly, our show is just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had so many of them. We're still playing Breaking the Chains, which I wrote over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
but it's still a great song.
Yeah, all badass songs. Dream Warriors. And yeah, that's the first time I heard of you guys.
Warriors.
Dream Warriors. Back in the MTV days, Headbangers Ball. MTV Top 10, this and
Yeah.
that. That's when I first heard of you guys. So, badass. Thank you for the great music, Awesome stuff.
And that was our first time we'd ever done a video for a movie, with Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, and that was a lot of fun. Patricia Arquette was in the video. She was only 16 years old when she did that video, and then she went on to get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, wow.
So that was pretty cool. Long shoot.
Changing subjects, you got 2 solo albums, Up From the Ashes and Solitary. Is there a reason those are under Don Dokken instead of just Dokken?
Well, when we broke up the first time in '88 after Monsters of Rock, to be honest with you, my other ex-band members sued me for my name, which I thought that was pretty insane.
Wow.
And I said, it's my name. You should sue my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. I mean, that's my real name. It's not like it's Mick Mars or Nicky Six or, it's what you would call stage names. It's my real name.
Crazy.
And I was feeling pretty confident going into court, and those 3 guys thought they wanted to go on as Dokken without me.
Wow.
And I said over my dead body.
That's crazy.
So in the end, they couldn't use my name, and I couldn't use my name. So I went to Geffen, and I had to call the album Don Dokken.
Okay.
It was just supposed to be my next Dokken album.
Wow.
Trust me, I almost passed out when the judge said, you can't use your birthright name.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's messed up, man.
That's your name. Yeah, that's you.
That's my name.
That's
And they took it away.
wow.
So that's your answer for Up From the Ashes, which was a super group with Mickey D from, King Diamond, and there was Peter Baltus, bass player from Accept, John Norum from Europe. I mean, it was a super group.
All Stars, yeah. How about Solitary? Why isn't that under Dokken?
Solitary was just, it's all just ballads.
Yeah.
It was like 30 years of me writing ballads, poetry and mellow and chill stuff. And I finally, in the 90s, when the grunge thing was happening heavily and hard rock wasn't that popular, so, the grunge, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, they're all great bands. It just wasn't my style of music.
Yeah.
So I took the time. I owned a recording studio, and I just went in and said, I think I'll put all my poetry to music.
Yeah. Good stuff. Where the Grass is Green.
Solitary.
Yeah.
Oh, Where the Grass is Green. Probably my favorite song on the record.
It's awesome. Will you ever play those songs live? Anything from Solitary or Up From the Ashes?
Yeah, I did when I was on tour with Queensryche. That was like 10 years ago. But, I don't want to play a whole concert of just ballads.
Yeah.
I did it for myself.
Will you ever play them again in the future? Maybe something from those albums? Or
Well, like I said, I can't play guitar anymore.
yeah.
My arm's paralyzed. But I can bring John with me, and he can play the guitar, and I can sing. But that's in the future right now. Right now, I'm just concentrating on Heaven Comes Down.
Yeah. I read you split the royalties equally with your old band with Lynch and those guys back in the day. Is that so?
Yep, 4 ways. So that's basically, I gave up 75% of my music because I wrote most of the songs. So I basically gave up millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Mick scored. All Mick had to do was play drums, and he got 25% of everything. That's probably why he retired.
You could have gone the other way, just not done that and just give them a smaller percentage, right? Why did you go ahead and do that? Label?
Well, a lot of bands, I won't say who, but they take most of the royalties.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make it simple. Hey, George writes a hit, I get 25%. Jeff writes a hit, I get 25%. So, we were nobody, and, we were just coming out with Breaking the Chains, and I, even though I had Dokken for 5 years before I met them, and I just said, let's make it simple.
Well,
it kind of bit me in the ass when you give up millions of dollars.
People can say you're a nice guy. You decided to split that evenly, so you're a cool guy. That's the bright side, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I made it simple. Hey, it could have been somebody, one of the other guys could have wrote a hit.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Do you keep in touch with Pilson or Brown? I know Lynch plays with you sometimes. How about Pilson and Brown?
Man, Jeff, he's a road warrior.
Yeah.
He's been in Foreigner for over 24 years,
Yeah.
and they're always on tour. So I only see him every couple of years. We cross paths. I'll see him, stop by his studio. And Mick, he retired. He had to.
Yeah.
It's like being a quarterback. I mean, you play drums for 50 years, you're going to get worn out.
Yeah. Too many hits. Yeah.
Tone rotator cuffs, arthritis, your knees are gone, your feet are gone. And when he left the band about 6 years ago, he just finally, I remember the day he left, we were getting off the plane and he couldn't get out of the seat.
Really? Wow.
Because his knees weren't working.
Wow.
So I had to put my arm out and pull him out of the seat. And he was limping. And he said, we walked out of the airport. And he said, Don, I can't do this anymore, man.
Yeah.
I got to retire. The drummers have the roughest gig, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to move your legs and
those drums
your
every
arms.
night. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes... look at Neil Peart. Neil Peart retired in Rush.
Yeah.
He ended up dying of cancer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he left the band for the same reason. He said, I can't play... If I can't give 100%, I have to quit.
Wow. Unfortunate. Sad. For us fans, it's just sad, right?
So I think Mick's happy, though.
Maybe.
He
Maybe.
practiced Harley.
Yeah.
But he said, I saw an interview on him, and he said, I have no desire to ever pick up a pair of drumsticks ever again.
He's done, yeah.
Done.
Different question. If you had a chance to change something in your life or your career, what would you change? What would you have different, I guess?
Well, I wish we could have stayed together. After doing the Monsters of Rock tour with Van Halen, Scorpions, Metallica, Kingdom Come, but, the truth is, they were doing a lot of drugs,
Yeah.
And I got frustrated because Metallica was going on before us, and they were kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I said to the boys, we got to be playing like that. But, when you're all coked up and you don't sleep for 3 days, put on a great show.
Yeah.
And that was front. So when you say, what would I have changed? I would have made those guys go to rehab.
Right. Yeah, I've seen an interview where you say that George Lynch would pick a fight on you, or because of his steroid use, I guess, huh? The drug use.
Oh, you ever seen pictures of him in the 90s?
Yeah.
He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I sure did. Wow.
And, he was buffed, man. And the problem with steroids is you get a thing called roid rage.
Okay.
So he was pissed all the time. So we were always, getting ready to get into a fight.
Wow. Crazy.
And that's no fun for me, man. I wanted the band to be a band.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a family. I fought hard my whole life to get where I am.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. You deserve
And,
your career. Yeah.
John Levin now has been in the band 22 years.
22
longer.
years, yeah.
3 times longer than George.
Right. How about the early Hollywood scene, the early Sunset Strip scene? You were there in the late 70s. How was that for people that don't know and weren't there? How was that? You had Van Halen out there. You had Quiet Riot, probably, right?
Yep, I have flyers still. It says Van Halen and Dokken at the Whiskey.
Wow.
I have flyers that said Quiet Riot and Dokken at the Starboard. But everybody knows, that the glory days of the Hollywood scene was in the 80s. Girls wore mini skirts and big hair, and it was rock and roll, man.
Yeah. Rock star life, yeah. Wow.
Rockstar life. Netflix is actually doing a documentary right now about Dokken.
Really?
It's a movie. It's the same guys that did the Motley Crue movie, The Dirt.
The Dirt, okay.
Same director. So basically it's about 4 guys that like Dokken and they're followed around the country, but it takes place in 1989.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, we can't be in the movie because we're too old.
Right.
My hair's gray now.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So you can't be in the
So
movie.
that movie
These
comes
actors,
out
different actors, yeah.
just like The Dirt.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Can't wait for that. How did it feel, Don, when you were asked to record backup vocals for Scorpions? What went through your mind?
I was blown away. I mean, they were my favorite band. And, you know, Klaus had surgery on his voice, and I didn't really sing on the record. I just did the really, really high parts.
Yeah. Backups.
On like a No One Like You, Give Me All I Need, Dynamite. You know, because I was young, my voice was fresh, so they wanted, you know, Klaus not to hurt himself because he had surgery. It happens to all singers, man. Look at the Aerosmith tour.
Yeah, they had to cancel it, yeah.
They canceled. I mean, Steven Tyler, he tore his larynx. I mean, you know, your vocal cords are a muscle. You know, when you play guitar, when your strings start sounding like crap, you put on a fresh set of strings.
Sounds better, yeah.
But you can't do that with your voice. Mm-hmm.
Do you warm up before going on stage, or?
Oh, if I don't warm up, then I won't even make it to the show.
Yeah, wow.
You have to do vocal exercises. It's like lifting weights. You have to do scales, la 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 la, and all that stuff for an hour before I go on. That's why I'm hoarse today. I've got laryngitis now. You can tell my voice is shot.
Yeah.
But I had to play those videos.
You did what you had to do, yeah.
Each song 5 times.
Wow.
4. That's 20 times. And then we had an hour. And then we had to go on stage.
Wow, how'd you pull that off?
So I got home last night. I just did it, you know. But I came home last night, as you can tell. And I woke up this morning, I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
You know, I trashed my vocal cords, so I have to rest them now. I shouldn't even be doing interviews, but I got 6 today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Awesome. So what's next for yourself, Don? What's next on your agenda here after the interviews?
Well, 10 days off. We got 7 more shows to do in the U.S. Take a break for the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Spend some time with my kids and my family, my loved ones, and our 3 dogs, and go hiking and just rest. And then we go to Europe. Then we're going to Europe.
Very cool. Well, thank you for your time, Don. Thank you for I know you're a busy guy, and I'm sorry about the signal and all that stuff, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. I apologize. My voice is so husky, but...
Oh, you're good. You're good. Sounds good.
I woke up this morning and I went, oh, shit, man. Can't even say hello.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
All right. I appreciate it.
You got a good album, and keep rocking. It sounds great.
It's a great record. We're really proud of it.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that.
Take care.
Awesome stories, especially if you're a fan of Dokken and all the lineups. Whether you're a fan of the 80s lineup, the classic lineup, as they say, with Lynch, Pilson, Brown, or if you're a fan of when Reb Beach was there, or if you're a fan of John Levin, who is the current guitarist of the band. And he's been there for over 22 years, believe it or not. Way more than George Lynch ever was in Dokken. But it could be a trivia question there. George Lynch is still playing with Dokken live, 2 or 3 or 4 songs, something like that. And so he still remains a part of Dokken as we speak, 2023. And anyways, thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Thank you for downloading, streaming, sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell on YouTube. That Metal Interview. Social media at That Metal Interview as well. And be on the lookout for more and more rock metal artists. And don't forget to keep it metal.
That Metal Interview.